My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. I think I did Robert, then Hunter, so it's gotta be Marine, right? I'm feeling the Marine. I'm feeling it's Marine. I did finish the GG quest last time as well. So, if I'm ever gonna get challenge mode done, it's probably going to have to be as the Marine. He's the most prepared to do it, by virtue of being the strongest character, in my opinion, and for my playstyle, by base. Let's try it. Now, I could go for the double challenge mode, but shit, I haven't finished the single challenge mode. What am I gonna do in a double challenge mode? Single challenge mode I need to complete because it will have the final achievement. I used to have perfect in this game because I had every achievement unlocked, but now there's one achievement I haven't done, and that's for finishing this mode. And then beyond that, it also unlocks Chaos Bullets, if I recall correctly. So, I'll explain an overview of what's going on with this whole mode. I'm not gonna get really super in-depth, but at the very least, for the people that didn't watch the beta series, it's gonna be important to mention, each of these rooms is gonna have a curse. That curse has a different effect. You'll see it'll slow us down as we move into a room and then explain what the effect is. So final attack means that when I kill an enemy, they have a chance to have that kind of thing occur. You can see all of the bullets coming out from the enemy there. There's a huge amount of different effects that can trigger in rooms. Some of them are relatively mild, honestly really simple to deal with. Some of them are a huge fucking hassle and almost invariably result in me taking damage. I imagine over the course of the run it'll be clear which is which. Now, I don't force weapons in this mode because fighting the first boss with a basic weapon is just asking for death. It's really not a very sound strategy. Hotshots means that if I shoot the breakables, or otherwise destroy the breakables in this room, see like that one, it'll actually fire a bullet. So you kind of want to avoid that at pretty much any costs. That does mean, especially in rooms like this, something that you might not think being a huge problem is you can't roll near a wall. Because if you roll near a wall, you're very oftentimes going to roll into a breakable, which will take a shot at you and force you to take damage. So they have unseen effects. Unseen, non-immediate effects. Gorgon's Gaze just gives the effect of the Gorgon's stone sight attack in some rooms. Adrenaline Rush means every single time I roll, the game speeds up. It is probably one of the worst things to get while fighting a boss. Because if you get Adrenaline Rush while you're fighting a boss, the vast majority of the time against bosses you need to roll to avoid certain attack patterns. You just speed up the boss so much that you actually can't dodge. The game eventually becomes too quick to actually be able to even reasonably dodge the boss. Unfriendly fire, if any of my bullets touches a wall, it will fire back at me. Last bullet standing. The bullet with the X above his head, I have to kill last. There's also Long Live the King, which is the inverse. You have to kill the enemy that has the crown above their head first. Explosive fire, enemies explode when they die. A lot of these are going to be relatively... Whoa, I love that chain effect right there. A lot of these are going to be relatively self-explanatory, but I do want to go over them for the first time that each of them appears in the run. Ghost of the Shell, each time I kill an enemy, they have a chance to just spawn a hollow point enemy. Like that. Of course, the whole point being, the hollow point is a ghost. Whee! Okay. Thank you very much. That's probably the secret room up there. That looks really suspicious. Don't blink. Okay, so this one's a reference to a few different things, but most notably the Weeping Angel enemy in the Doctor Who lore. You need to stare at the enemies and they'll be stunned while you're staring at them, but if you look away, they become cursed. It's actually really, really cool. I really like that one. It's a neat, nice little effect right there. I won't open a brown chest before I fight the boss, because the brown chest is really unlikely to have something that it's worth fighting the boss with. Oh, okay. Silver metal. Silver metal. Silver metal. Silver metal? Silver bullets, sorry. Is actually a little handy. That'll help me kill cursed enemies a little better. Check around for a secret room in a few locations where I think it is. Thought it was definitely above us. Turns out it's not. You know what I really want is to have this weapon with the Cog of Battle. I really think that would actually be insane. Okay. Final check. Fine. Not going to shoot in that room. I will shoot in the room over here. Check what patches of menu you've got going on. I assumed it could have been to the south there. I mean, it could have been, but it wasn't. Alright, let's fight the boss. Depending on the boss, I might use Crown of Guns, or I might actually just go back to the Marine sidearm. Okay, yeah, this is probably Crown of Guns. Adrenaline Rush, shit. So Adrenaline Rush is gonna suck here, because there are so many attacks that these guys do that you really need to roll out of. Yeah. I'm just gonna preemptively blank there, because I knew I was gonna need to eventually. Okay, we managed to get Smiley there. You know what? Fuck it. I'm switching back for the end of this fight. Whew. Moonscraper? I mean, that can be handy in a few different situations. Okay. I'm not amazingly pleased to have it, but it's not horrible. Right, no. I shouldn't check the shop by shooting in there first. Instead, I'll just use the shop, or rather, I'll check the shop after I secure the knowledge that the secret room is not adjacent to this. This is very specifically after a conversation I had with a viewer, or at least a comment from a viewer, Devon, about not really risking it in shops and shooting after I ended up fucking myself on the Hyperlight Blaster and not being able to pick it up. Definitely correct. I should not have ended up in the situation where I did not get the Hyperlight Blaster in that run. I still feel really bad about that. Especially because I had... Ultimately in that run, I ended up with remote bullets as well. So I would have had remote bullets and Hyperlight Blaster. The inability to miss, and a gun that is amazing when you can't miss. Oh. Thermal Clips and Poison Pursuit. Okay. Hey, there we go. So, as you might be able to tell, Poison Pursuit is a constantly following poison trail. It's really bad. Thermal Clips means that if you expend a clip, rather than reloading early, if you expend the entire clip, then on the ground below you, a fire will start burning, kind of as though you dropped a Molotov cocktail at your own feet. It's really not handy. In fact, it's quite a hassle. I'm gonna have Moonscraper on the offhand. Just so that in any circumstance where I feel really threatened, I can swap to it for quick damage. It'll have more damage per second output than the base gun I'm using here. No! Okay, okay. Almost poisoned ourselves there. That was not fun. Ooh, good key up there, though. So, especially for nullifying things like thermal clips and poison pursuit, I really, really, really want to get, like, fire immunity or poison immunity. Or, God forbid, if I could get both. So, flying or plunger would cover both of those. That would be really, really handy. It'd be downright unfair, to be honest. See, this room has Adrenaline Rush, and I don't want to have to roll while I'm fighting the room, so I'm just gonna try and trivialize the room by using Moonscraper. It's also worth noting that Moonscraper is not going to trigger thermal clips at all, ever. Just due to the way that ammunition works in this weapon. Because you never end the clip, right? The clip is all of the ammunition in the weapon. Okay, that's a shrine down there. I can't wait to see what's going on. Lodestone Amulet, Sense of Direction. I could actually be tempted to buy that Lodestone Amulet, believe it or not. Hup! Ah, fuck you. Worried about this at the moment, because Gull's Revenge is forcing me to roll, and then I'm also forced to roll in order to ignore some of this guy's attacks. The gun nut. Combine those with one another, and I might end up rolling into a position that I can't roll out of. Blobulon Rancher is probably one of my least favorite, to be entirely honest. Thankfully, it doesn't work with this gun, so I'm really glad to have Moonscraper. Blobulon Rancher, if I had have missed a shot, any shot, if it just missed, it would spawn a little Blobulon, and then the little Blobulon would chase after me. I hate Blobulon Rancher, especially with certain weapons, and especially against certain bosses. With certain weapons, like weapons that just pulse fire really, really quickly, you can't stop Blobulon Rancher from triggering. So more and more as I play challenge mode, I'm thinking the strategy of challenge mode is actually entirely in choosing what weapons to use for what circumstances. I actually think that's where all of the skill of challenge mode lies. Yeah, I should be able to force a weapon here. Gull's Revenge is gonna suck, though. Yep. Gull's Revenge is already sucking. Okay. Let's try and isolate myself on this side. Gonna go in wide circles rather than back and forth. Back and forth is pretty certain to get me hit. Damn! This might be, like, one of the first runs that I've actually got both of the first master rounds. And shit, I even managed to force a not a good weapon, but a weapon nonetheless. No, when I say not a good weapon, I don't mean definitely bad. I just mean it's not something that I'm gonna look at and go, oh, okay, I mean, we've got this gun, now we're set. Moonscraper is turning out to be incredible here. Nullifying a lot of effects I would rather not deal with. I'll probably roll Daisuke. No, Isocohedrix. Thank you, Chris, for that. I've almost certainly butchered the pronunciation, but... Isocohedrix? I think that's closer. Whee! Beautiful. I can't even remember what effect I had in this room. Oh, cool, what up? Hey, hey! Regular shotgun! Don't mind if I do. Regular shotgun's actually excellent. I love it. It's a real good gun. I'll still keep Moonscraper on the offhand, though, because Moonscraper is going to be better here in challenge mode. I don't want to regret it being in a circumstance where it's like, I move into a room, the room has Blobulon ranches, for example. I really, really, really want to make sure that I already have Moonscraper ready for a room like that. Dark Was the Night is not the same as Don't Blink. Dark Was the Night just means that you can't see all of the enemies and you've got a flashlight in front of you. Don't Blink is... Okay. Well, that was terrifying. Zone control meant that I had to move to the center of the map if I wanted to be able to shoot. If you are not within one of the big circles that I was standing in, you can't shoot when zone control is active. Okay. I don't know if I have the surplus of keys necessary to warrant opening a brown chest. Especially when I've already got one of the best brown chest weapons. I guess it depends if it's a passive or active chest. Passive and active, or weapon chest, rather. It's a passive and active chest. M1's actually really handy here. Okay. First things, let's go to Isohedrax. This is probably... Isocohedrax, rather. This is probably the one I care about the least, so I'll hold it out. Enfeebled plus blanked. Wow. Fuck you. Okay, so it gave me what it looks like 1 blank, and it took away 1 HP. 1 HP up. That sucks a lot. I think I'm actually going to need more blanks, so I'm going to take Lodestone Amulet here. Lodestone Amulet was recently buffed, so it does give you an extra blank per floor. At the very least, I'm going to go down here in order to shoot the brown chest. I honestly don't think, especially considering the fact that I just spent that much money, I don't think I can afford to take that. In the future, it easily could have caused me to miss out on getting a green chest or a red chest, and that's unacceptable. At that rate, it is not worth pretty much anything that could have been in that chest. The only thing in the brown chest passive active pool that would be worth that pain is lead skin. Because Cog of Battle was moved out of the brown chest pool. Alright. Now we're going to have M1 in Moonscraper because the standard Marine Sidearm doesn't really do enough damage at this point. Okay, well that was really bad. I should have taken damage there due to pot shots, but didn't. Also, Moonscraper in a pot shot room is a dumb idea. Rat's Revenge, Explosive Pyre. Okay, it shouldn't really matter what I use in this room. Just gotta use something that I'm relatively okay with using, I guess. Beautiful. Alright then. Long live the King Shockwave. Beautiful. That room could have been way worse. Okay, so if you stand in the zone control areas for long enough, they just disappear. Also, I don't really want to stand next to the curse pots for long because they will curse you if you stand next to them for too long. I think I've explained that in the series because those do appear in just standard rooms. In fact, I believe they're standard in that room. Okay. Gun Q and Dark Was the Night. Okay, so the problem with Gun Q is it will just, at the end, when I reload, it will just swap me to a random different gun that I'm holding. Okay, this is a good gun. Well, this this clip doesn't end. I guess you can reload with this gun, though, so I would have been able to change away from it if I desperately needed to. Oh. I was really hoping for something fucking incredible from you. How dare you get my hopes up like that, you bastard. Alright, well. Let's go back to our build prior. Depends on the boss, but we might be able to get a flawless here. Okay, we've got Gorgon's Gaze and Unfriendly. Okay, so I rolled through the Gorgon's Gaze attack, so now I can still shoot. You can also look away from the Gorgon's Gaze attacks so that you retain the ability to shoot. Either or. Pretty much just your playstyle comes down to there. Okay, I can actually pick this up. Just making sure that Moonscraper's still on the offhand. Cursor around pot shots. Okay. I usually would go around the bottom center there, but I kind of want to stay against this wall. Because this wall has no pots or breakables on it. So I don't risk being hit from a direction I'm not expecting. I pretty much should be, at all times, expecting the damage from the direction that it should hit me here. Except for these bouncy bullets. They sometimes are going to catch me off track. I'm just going to hide here for a second. Hey, beautiful. Good completion. Have we taken any damage at all this run? I'm pretty certain we haven't. We got the shrine that took an HP away from us, but that's not taking damage. That's a completely different thing. It's being enfeebled. Okay. Shockwave, long live the king. Nice. What's out for me? Shockwave can't go around corners, so that's why I specifically moved myself to a corner from it. Alright, what are you? I'm not going to force the weapon from the boss on this floor. I don't feel confident enough to do it. Little bomb is not horrible. That's a good gun. Good gun. Yep. Apparently that's a gun now? Interesting. So, that's faster bullets. They move at a faster rate, that's always nice, but it's also a 20% damage up. 20% damage up is really the bit there that I'm kind of keeping my eye on, like, ooh, baby. Shockwave, okay. Just want to complete this floor quickly then. Yeah, I rolled along the wall of the Shockwave there, so I was always going to get hit by the second hit. Or rather, I was always going to get hit as soon as I stopped rolling. This one's less likely to be the boss, so I'll go to the left from here. Because I'm still looking for the gun from this floor. Explosive Pyron. Blobulon Rancher. Okay, Blobulon Rancher means that I swap over to this, definitely. Because now I won't be summoning any Blobulons. Smart idea, Ryan. Glad you thought of it. Okay. Beautiful. There are so many things that the blob man here could have sold us that would give us poison immunity, and he's like, nah. How about I don't? You bastard. Blooper. Okay. Okay. Is that going to be amazingly helpful against any boss right now? Not really, no. I guess if I take, like, slow, considered shots against the Cannon Balrog. Well, sure, let's take some slow, considered shots against the Cannon Balrog. Ah, fuck. Poison Pursuit and Gun Q. Well... My gun is going to be changing itself, so... This sucks. Wait, I can't even change away from... Oh no, I can force a change away from a weapon that doesn't have a reload just by hitting R. That's nice, at least. Oh no, wait, this is an adrenaline rush room. Every time I roll, I'm speeding up the fight. Yeah, this is untenable. I can't stop rolling, obviously, otherwise I'll definitely take damage. You can see that the fight is already running a lot faster than I'd like. But if I roll, I fuck myself. If I don't roll, I fuck myself harder. But I do need the flawless. Beautiful. I actually can't believe I just got that flawless. I literally cannot believe that. Ring of Miserly Protection. So, I usually would not consider giving up purchasing power for the rest of the entire run. But right now, it actually seems like the best idea. Get those 2 HP in the bank, just kill the dragon. That's actually one thing that I do need to confirm. Let me quickly confirm that. I need to confirm how far you actually need to go in challenge mode. Challenge mode Gungeon. Because if I only need to beat the dragon, I can probably get to that. Defeating the high dragon unlocks chaos bullets and unlocks mega challenge mode. Oh, that's interesting. You have to complete challenge mode before you can get mega challenge mode. That's interesting. There does not seem to be an unlock from mega challenge mode though. That's really, really cool. I only need to beat the dragon. Only need to beat the dragon. Only need to beat the dragon. Ryan, keep that in mind. Let that fill you with hope. Hope for the future. Hope for a better tomorrow. Because I can tell you what, I'm hoping for a fucking better tomorrow. Apparently there is a unique curse that only occurs in the room of the high dragon. I do want to double check what that is. Gungeon challenge. I just closed it. Okay. Dragon range. Special modifier that only appears when fighting the high dragon. Makes all of his attacks much more difficult. Thanks, game. Oh, Blobulon Rancher, okay. I think if I run out of ammunition in the current gun I'm using, what's it called again? Moonscraper. I definitely have to... Oh my god! That room is actually incredibly bad. I can't believe it. I was locked to only being able to dodge in a certain area in a room that is already really a huge hassle. And I can't choose my gun. This whole room sucks. All of the modifiers here. That was pitched so heavily against us. I can't believe that we actually only took 1 damage. Alright. Down to the regular shotgun. Okay. No! Oh, that was a close one. You just stay the hell away from me. Thanks, TYTY. We really need some better weapons right now, because think about it. We've got okay weaponry, but we don't have anything amazing. It has just been off the skin of good dodges that we've not taken a bunch of damage so far. It's worth noting, I don't need a weapon that is now going to take me through all of bullet hell, so I'll accept weapons that are far less good than, you know, my typical. And of course, there's situational weapons that are currently amazing that usually wouldn't be. For example, the Moonscraper. I think any beam weapon, in fact, is also going to be incredible. I should really conserve some ammunition here. This is just going to be ankle biters. Oh, man, ankle biters with Dark Wisdom Knight. This is actually fucking terrifying. Okay, they're only spawning on one side of me. That was really handy. Whew. High stress, poison pursuit. High stress is probably one of the most dangerous things. Yep. That's why high stress is super dangerous. If you take a single hit in high stress, you are on 1 hit point. So you can only ever get hit twice in a high stress room. I had to blank there because I was terrified. It gives all of your health back at the end, by the way. But I was fucking terrified. Good lord. You even had high stress in that previous room. Sorry, high stress, adrenaline rush as well. So I had to restrict my rolling. Ugh. Damn it. Alright. Come over here and say that to my face, mother... Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Organs gaze zone control. This one shouldn't be too bad. He says, and then immediately takes damage. Okay. That was a shitty roll, but it worked. Last bullet standing, unfriendly fire, poison pursuit. Okay, I actually need to go like the Moonscraper right now. Well... I think I actually just need to use this for a bit. Because I don't want to have to try and resolve the ammo drop while I'm in a room. Come on! Buddy. Thank you. Jeez. Now, we definitely need to refill the Moonscraper. Whew. I can't believe we have as much HP as we do, to be entirely honest with you. I think it's absurd. Estus! That's exactly what you need so you can tell the game to S-dis. It's so good! That's the Old Knight's Flask. Do I fight the boss right now? What the fuck would I fight the boss with? Probably Crown of Guns, but Crown of Guns is not all there right now. I actually think I do need the weapon. And I think I'm pretty much certain not to get the Flawless for this kill anyway, so we'll fight the boss. Unfriendly, Fire, Gun Q, and Adrenaline Rush. You know, the sucky thing is fighting this boss forces you to roll a huge amount of times. And then the game speeds up ridiculously. Okay, I was pretty certain I was going to be able to get one of them down in time. Thankfully, it looks like that turned out to be true. I can't believe that I've got as much power as I have right now. Yeah, and I need to change from that weapon. I think maybe you do more damage as the game speeds up, just to try and offset the negative. I think that might be an effective adrenaline rush. Okay, Void Marshal is okay. I'm gonna take Crown of Guns. Now that's gonna seem really dumb, but consider the fact that Crown of Guns, by itself, will very likely be able to kill the dragon. Then it doesn't seem so entirely stupid. Still a little stupid, mind you, but not as stupid. Okay, this one is going to call for... Beautiful. That one was going to call for Moonscraper, just so that I could kill the red one without having to worry. Oh, fuck you. Okay, I need to be up close and personal. I need to get things away from me. Okay, this is definitely a job for the Blobulant. Sorry for the blooper. Thank you. If our shop is locked, I'm going to be really sad about it, but I'm actually still prepared. Shop is locked, yeah. Well, as I said, unfortunate, but we are still prepared for it. Gone. Oh, these stupid shit. Okay, so why we're prepared is I held onto my key the entire time so that I would definitely be able to enter this shop. Oh, I really want the ballot. I'm not going to be able to afford it, though. Oh, fuck! That was not worth it. I forgot that I had the Ring of Miserly Protection. And here I thought I finally had an episode no one will be able to complain about. God damn it. Well, let's hope it's worth it. What are you gonna give me? Hot lead, that's pretty worth it. Not worth 2 HP up yet, though. What are you? It's pretty worth it. Alright, do we have 2 guns that we have nothing in that I can afford to munch? Am I ever going to be able to refill the M1? Probably not while I have a bunch of other guns that are also pretty hungry for ammunition. Put in 2 blue weapons. M1911 is blue, right? Oh. This is actually really surprising. The kiln... I'll be the first to admit that I have used the kiln so rarely. It's really, really a rare weapon. But every single time I use it, it underwhelms me with its damage. But then again, have not used it incredibly commonly. I just need to get to the boss and then try and fight the boss. I don't need to worry about survivability after the boss. I fucking don't even need to worry about survivability on anything. Never mind, I was about to reiterate exactly what I just said in a very stupid manner. What? ¿Por qué? Come on. There we go. Yeah, I just need to take stock of everything at the start of every single room I go into. So Adrenaline Rush, last bullet standing, pot shots. Don't roll along walls, and don't shoot this guy first. Okay, that's fine. Well, unfortunately my enemies are shooting all of the pots. That's making my life a little difficult here. There's gonna be a respawn, isn't there? Yeah. Whew, okay. There's nothing on this floor that I would have been compelled to buy. Possibly the key? Yeah, no, it's a huge mistake that I lost the Ring of Miserly protection. High stress Blobulon Rancher. Well, we know what this is. Uh-huh, you know what it is. Use the moonscrape, use the moonscrape, use the moonscrape, use the moonscrape. Yeah, uh-huh, you know what it is. Where is our next weapon that we really want to refill? I think it actually still might be Moonscraper. Because I have another load of room clear weapons, but Moonscraper is unique in what it does currently. Okay, I'm gonna go between Void Marshal and Moonscape. Adrenaline Rush, Dark was the Night, Curse Ceramics. This isn't too bad. This is not too bad. It's not a high stress room, is it? Not able to tell yet. I mean, I should have just remembered from initially walking into the room, and then failing that, I should at the very least be able to look at the side and see the icons and then realize from that. But I don't have that level of proficiency with this yet. I'm glad I know how not to take damage here, because good lord, taking damage in a room like that. Poison Pursuit, Last Bullet Standing, and Zone Control. Really? You gave Last Bullet Standing to that enemy? I can't do anything. Well, die. Just... He's gonna die to the poison, right? He has to. Or can't he die? Yep, can't die. I can't believe that I actually have to do more in this room. Okay, I'm gonna quickly pop an Estus there. Zone Control, Shockwave, Dark was... No, okay, we're fine. Woohoo, baby! Let's hide for a second here, because I'm terrified of what's about to occur. Got it. Alright, what do you got for me? Is that enough? Is that enough to give up a red heart heal? The red heart heal could be the difference between life and death in the boss fight. But that might take the boss fight down to such a significantly lower, significantly easier affair. This is difficult. This is really difficult as a choice. I think I'll go with it. Especially because I can use this in rooms prior. So I can use it in rooms that would be giving me trouble until the boss. Whereas the other one should, you know, without major mechanical failures on my part, only be useful in the boss room. Dark was the Night, Unfriendly, and Doll's Revenge. Okay. Specifically, in this room, I am going to be advocating for the use of a freezing weapon. Thankfully, we have a really good freezing weapon. Even if we had a bad freezing weapon, I'd probably still be advocating for that one specifically. Just to nullify the best. Just to nullify to the best of our ability the opponent's attacks. In fact, I think I will stick with the cold 45 for a while here. Long live the king, explosive pyre and pot shots. Long live the king. Kill that target first. Explosive pyre, all targets explode, pot shots. Okay, we should be fine here. Where's the king? Oh, thank you. That's a quick clear. That is a quick clear once you pop the double vision there. Rat's Revenge, Gull's Revenge, and Cursed Ceramics. Okay, I can nullify a lot of this right now just by doing this. I can't believe you've done this. I also cannot believe for the life of me that we didn't take damage there. We ended up taking damage to the hammer, but that's to be expected, I'll be entirely honest. Beautiful. I actually can't believe that I did that. Rat's Revenge, don't blink zone control. Okay. Thankfully, this is a really easy room to be given. And we had a zone control inlet very close to us. This room could have been really fucking harsh. Okay, that's just going to be an item room. I don't care about that. I really do not care. I just need to get to the boss before I run out of the rest of my HP. Gun Q, Thermal Clips, Shockwave. Gun Q, Thermal Clips, Shockwave. Gun Q, Thermal Clips. I mean, actually, I can't even change my weapon yet. Okay. Whew, I'm just glad we did that before the final shockwave came out. Beautiful. Okay, let's go back to the shop. Please be HP. HP, HP. Okay. A little bit of HP. I'm terrified of this boss fight, but I need to go into it right now. Otherwise, I'm just dying to other resources before I get here. What? Fuck you, Dragon. So the dragon's attacks were made more lethal and harder to dodge. Why is high stress not killing me? Where am I getting all the HP back from? Yep, I'm dead. I got hit 2 times too quickly. Okay, what the fuck was high stress doing in there? I got tilted entirely by it. And also, that's the first time I've even seen the Dragon Rage attacks. High stress, high stress, high stress. Taking damage sets the player to half a heart for the next 5 seconds. I thought it was for the rest of the room. So I managed to heal back up to my full health and go back down. Heal back up to my full health. In fact, it turned out that losing the health from the miserly ring didn't affect me there. Because high stress took me down to low health and then I got killed in a single shot. A single shot after a single shot. That is definitely, by far, my most successful challenge mode run of all time. I'll be coming back to you and I'll be finishing you in order to get my chaos bullets. Don't you doubt that. I can only imagine how horrible the final phase attack was going to be. Good lord, if that's where we were starting. Jeez. I hope next time I go up against him, I actually have like a really, really, really solid boss weapon. Crown of Guns was doing work, don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about something that has, explosive, for example, would be really, really handy because it allows you to nullify a lot of the attacks from the opponent because it explodes, right? And it destroys things in the AoE, specifically bullets. That kind of thing. I know we had this gun, but this gun is not good enough at this point. It wouldn't have even outdamaged the Crown of Guns, and it also wouldn't have fired commonly enough to really take out many attacks of the Dragon. Do you always have high stress while fighting the Dragon, or did I just get fucked? I think I might have just gotten fucked. Whew. Okay, well, that was unfortunate, but in the future, we will best this mode. My name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter the Gungeon Supply Drop. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.